Okay, a few people have been asking me lately for any updates on the track. You know, when are you going to run the track? When are you going to race on the track? Good news is the track's coming along. We're getting real close. I've been adding some more support recently. In fact, just earlier today, I installed a couple more 2x4s here to support this. This part of the track was getting a little bendy and wavy and dippy. So really the only unsupported part of the track now is down here, which is inconsequential. That really doesn't do anything. And then up at the very start, up at the starting gate, there's that dip, which kind of makes it interesting. I don't mind that at all. Kind of adds some flavor to the start. On the starting gate, I do have a string attached, so now I can kind of remotely pull it from a different location so I can be ready to film. I got Bucky down there in Bucky's corner. I'm still running the 2-lane setup, one with the loop and one without. The inside track has the loop to make up for the change in distance that the inner track has to run. Now, it's not a perfect science. In fact, I think the loop is actually overkill. Now we're actually putting a disadvantage to the inside track. We'll see. It's not a perfect setup. I tried bypassing the loop, and that just created more problems, more issues, and it just... So I went back to the loop. I think it makes it fun. The majority of the contests I think we're going to be running is actually distance contests to see which car can run the full, the furthest distance on the track. The other issue that I have with the loop, if I run a side-by-side competition, is the diameter of the loop is so tight that the sports cars, and I'll show you that here in a minute when I run my Koenigsegg Jesko, it bottoms out. And I'll show you that here in a second. But for the muscle car types, the cars that sit up a little bit higher chassis, they're able to make the loop no problem. So case in point, let me run. I've got a Ford Mustang up in the gate right now. We're going to run it on the inside track so you can get a look at what the loop looks like. And we'll kind of follow it along. So 3, 2, 1. Well, I forgot I had a car on the track. Anyway, you got an idea there. So the inside track would continue on and then end up actually at that ramp. I've never had a car make it all the way there before. Now the other track, the outer track, obviously longer distance, but it's able to generate more speed because it bypasses the loop. And it actually is able to go all the way around, again, come back, and one time I've had a car come all the way through the gate and trigger the flag. I'm going to call it capture the flag. I've run many cars, many tests, and only one car, this one here, the 2020 Koenigsegg Jesko, is the only one that I've successfully made it all the way around the circuit and through the gate. So let's see if we can do it again. Let me run it on the outer track here. Okay, let me come back down with the string, stand in a better location, and we'll see if we can make it all the way to the flag. Going in 3, 2, 1. Looking good so far, looking good. Keep on coming, keep on coming, keep on coming. So close. It has stopped there so many times on me. Only once did it go all the way through. So you get an idea of the two different tracks. Now, I was talking earlier about the sports cars. See how low that front splitter is? So on the loop, you can hear it. It bottoms out right there. So it just kills all speed and momentum. As fast as this thing can come flying down the track, I've never had this successfully do the loop. It always falls off right here. It just kills it. So for the inner lane, I'm going to have to run the higher chassis, the muscle cars, that kind of thing. Sports cars can only run the outer track. What else can I talk about in this brief update here? Got a couple cone shakers down there. I'll talk more about them later, but I'm going to call that Cone Shaker Corner. I've got my N-scale train. You've seen it running here in the background. It's running great. I do plan on expanding the track. The pillar right here is blocking me, so what I'm thinking about doing is bringing this curve in and then running another curve around this side and then curving it back to the outside and running more track around the perimeter. I think that'd be kind of fun. And then I can do more with the infield, but obviously get more stuff going on with the train. I've got some Lego stuff going on here. I got my Formula One garage set. I got the little mini guys. Those are actually more scale speed for the Hot Wheels because they fit on the track, which I showed in my update video. The track itself, this is standard Hot Wheels track. You can get this in any store. However, the 90-degree turns, I've had to generate these on my 3D printer. So those are all printed up. The loop ramp, this is 3D printed. And any of these junctures you see here, these junctions, those are 3D printed as well. And what they do is they keep even spacing on the track. I've got several of them on the upper ramp. The ramp itself, I believe, yeah, that's a 13-degree slope. And on this one, I'm down to 10-degree slope. And it generates so much speed, like I said. Well, you saw the Koenigsegg, it made it all the way around a full lap at level. And it made it all the way to the gate. So that's pretty impressive. So that about wraps up the update video. More to come. I'm still working on a few tweaks here and there. The track isn't perfect. A couple gaps I want to tighten up a little bit and seal. The issue is the weather. As it gets hotter, the track expands. Then overnight, the track kind of contracts a little bit, and it fluctuates. That's just nature of the beast. So that wraps up this little update video on the track. Hopefully, we'll get some racing here very soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless, and we will see you in the next video.